What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a what's for dinner. Some of these dinners you're going to see are a lot more from scratch, homemade, however you would like to call it. Some of them are a lot more easy breezy, convenience type meals. We have a good mix today, so let's go ahead and show you guys exactly what we made up. First off, I am finally doing this video of a lot of requests for these like little lasagna cup things. All we're gonna do is put in some cottage cheese, some ricotta, a ground Italian sausage or ground meat of choice. You could always do ground beef too. I'm throwing in a couple handfuls of spinach, just sneaking it in absolutely wherever I can. And we are gonna take our lasagna pans, line, put a little bit of sauce on the bottom. We're gonna take our cooked jumbo shells and we are going to stuff them with that cottage cheese, ricotta, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, our meat of choice. You could also do meatless and just do your cottage cheese, ricotta, Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese, a little bit of spinach, whatever you wanted. The cool thing is about this is your filling can really be kind of whatever you wanted. You could do a spicy Italian sausage or, like I said, no meat at all. So really versatile, this meal. You could also do Alfredo sauce in the bottom of the pan instead of red sauce. It really just doesn't matter. It's really all up to you. Once we fill all of our cups, because it's pretty straightforward, let me back up 2 seconds. I prefer to cook my jumbo shells. I think it gives the shells a better texture. They don't get like hard and crispy. They stay soft and moist when we bake them in the oven. We're gonna top them with a little bit more sauce, our cheese, once again, cheese choice up to you, and bake them in the oven basically until the cheese is melted. It's absolutely delicious. You can see why we need 2 pans. This was just after my family eating 1 meal, and we paired that with some garden veggies that we harvested and preserved over the winter. Heading into a second meal, we ended up doing steak and eggs. My husband called on his way home from work and was like, I'm picking up steaks. We're having steaks tonight. And then we, fried up some eggs. We've been really loving this mineral salt. We ordered ours off Amazon. It's supposed to be a really good salt. It has like every mineral that the human body needs. So that's what we've been using lately. I will link, or I'll put up the recipe here for this chicken orzo. This is what I had originally was already making for dinner before my husband called and said he was bringing home steaks. So I still had that. And then we paired all of that deliciousness with one of these Caesar chopped salads for kind of just rounding out our dinner. Heading into another meal, I will show you guys what we did. I almost forgot I was filming this video again tonight. We're making some KFC bowls at home. I've got my pot of potatoes up here. We're gonna get these boiling. I'm gonna start preheating my oven for our chicken, what are those called? Popcorn chickens that we got at Aldi. I'm gonna heat up some canned corn in the microwave, and then we are going to make a beef gravy with some beef stock and a little bit of a roux with butter and flour and get that thickened up. So homemade potatoes or homemade mashed potatoes, homemade gravy, but popcorn chicken and canned corn. Just very simple and easy tonight. That's my plan for dinner here. So let's go. It's already pretty late, so this will be a quick, easy one to get like in and out. My bag of popcorn chicken, I think I'm just gonna do the whole bag. I don't buy this stuff all of the time, and when I do, it's usually like during the summer or something for lunch for all the kids. So I never really know exactly how much I'm actually going to need. When in doubt, just do the whole bag. So there we go. These are gonna go in the oven. I totally forgot to grab my corn while I was downstairs. But I'm gonna get a pot going for our gravy right away, or at least up here, and pull out all of my stuff because we're not gonna need to start that for a while yet.
What is this?
Potatoes.
What is corn?
Corn's back here. We spent the day, because the kids were off today, it's Friday, painting and doing some like spring cleaning things that the kids all got to help with. It was actually a pretty decent day for doing chores and painting and things that maybe aren't so fun. So I've got 12 cheddar brats boiling in here for dinner tonight. This pot is just boiling water. It's going to be some Annie's mac and cheese. In here we have some onion rings and a whole tray of hash browns. A lot of a little of a little of a lot of just throw together dinners tonight. Here is our Annie's mac and cheese. I'm only gonna do 2 boxes, I think, for tonight. I also pulled some leftovers out of the fridge. We need to use up some leftover corn. I've also got, this is a salad that we've been eating off of for the last couple of meals. We'll finish that off tonight. So some leftover things that we're pulling out, using up, and some convenience items that really work for us when life gets away from us or we have a busy day, instead of doing takeout, which we were very tempted to do tonight. But just a couple things with mac and cheese, some hot dogs, some of those convenience bagged items that we like to get from Aldi for situations just like this. So tonight's gonna be a kind of fun throw together, a little this, little that. Everyone gets a lot of junky stuff tonight. Kids were so excited when they came out to the kitchen to see this meal. They were like, it's all of my favorite things all in one meal. So this was a really good, easy meal. Heading into our last and final meal, I took some chicken thighs, put it on with our seasonings, a little bit of basic stuff, pepper, garlic, herb, and just kind of cooked it in that pan, sauteed it in the pan with a little bit of olive oil. We also did some mashed potatoes as a side. We've been really loving mashed potatoes lately, as you can see, but I really wanted to make these like Parmesan chive mashed potatoes. So that's what I did this time, switching it up just a little bit, and they were absolutely delicious. We're gonna go ahead and get some stuffing going on the stove, and then we are going to go back to our chicken once it's completely cooked. We're gonna do a little bit of a roux with some butter and some flour and a little bit of chicken broth or chicken base. I like to keep mine in the powdered form, and we're gonna make a little bit of a chicken gravy. We're gonna top it off with a little bit of cream just to kind of thin out our gravy a little bit, a good cream chicken gravy to go on top of our chive and Parmesan mashed potatoes with a little bit of stuffing on the side. And I've got to be honest, nobody ate this meal. You know why? Because everybody decided that their belly really hurt and nobody wanted to eat. So I made this meal, and I also had some homemade bread on the side with this meal, which you guys don't see. Everybody just decided to eat a piece of buttered bread. We packaged all of this food away, and we ate it like 2 days later when everybody was feeling better. You guys have been telling me all over that the flu, or like not even the flu, but just you have days where your belly is just not in it to win it and you don't want to eat. And that's been happening here as well. So it was just one of those days, but there's that. It was still really good. We just ate it a couple days later. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, seeing a little bit of what goes down in the kitchen, just kind of day to day for dinners, easy stuff, go-to stuff, but still a good mix in here. And of course, I hope you guys are having a fantastic one. I'll see you in another.